Hi everybody, welcome back. My name's Nicholas. Today I'm very excited to do this video. It's kind of a continuation of the last video that we just did. So as a reminder, we went to several mini stores, got some plants, and then we potted up the urn planters in front of the greenhouse. And today we're gonna do some more containers, planters, I guess. But these ones are the ones that are by my driveway. So let me just give you a reminder of what we just did, and we'll go straight out there and look at the planter boxes that we have to plant up. So here are the urn planters, the metal urn planters that we potted up in the last video. I really like them, and I think they're going to do really well in these containers. And then as soon as I'm done with them in these containers, they can just go in the ground. And then these are the plants that we have to go in the black containers out front that I'm about to show you. So let me just load these up in the wagon really quick and go out front so that I can go over these plants with you and show you where they're going to go. Isn't this a pretty mixture of plants? I actually don't know if they're all going to fit, but in my mind they will. And this color on camera, it looks very red, but it's, I would say, like not the same color in person, because in person it's almost like a burgundy, like with a little bit of pink. And I guess you could say there's a smidge of red, but on camera, it looks like it's almost like hot red. So just so you guys know, because I'm always saying I don't like red, this that you're seeing on screen is not what I'm seeing with my eye. And these are the planters that I want to clean up. Well, put new plants in. Now, you look at this one, and this one still does look pretty nice. It has the Supertunia, is it Mini Vista Royal Velvet? I mean, it still looks very pretty. And there's some Superbina Sparkling Rosé and Bullseye Salmon Geraniums that I started in my greenhouse. So from this particular angle, this one looks good. But it's really the only angle on both of them that actually looks good. They're just tired. So if you wanted to, you could cut these back, give them a really good haircut, and then we most likely would still have time enough for them to flush and look good. But I don't want them anymore. I'll just be honest with you. I'm ready for a different color palette. I want to move towards more fall colors, and yeah, so that's what it comes down to. But you could push these and get more blooms. But this other one on the other side of the driveway looks bad. Here's this one. It just looks dried up, and there are a lot of spiders that have made their homes in these, so I'm for sure going to be wearing gloves. So, like I said, you could really cut these back, like cut them way back. Give them a bowl cut, and they would flush back and like give you what you need. I mean, look, isn't that really pretty? This is one of my favorite Superbinas. But I'm just ready for something new. So let's go over the something new that I have for these. The anchor piece, or like the centerpiece in both of these, is going to be an arborvitae. It's like a circular, right now it's called Acorn Gold arborvitae, and these will not stay in those containers. but they'll be good for at least this winter, and then we'll reassess next year and see what we think. So those are for sure going in the center. And then I hope I have room for all of this other stuff, but we'll see. And I actually also might be one plant short in each of the containers, and I'll explain that once we get things laid out. And then this, okay, here's another. I always sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, but this is a coreopsis, and I got these at Home Depot, and they're very pretty. Again, they're looking way redder than they do in person. But on this tag, this is what it looks like, and it says uptick yellow and red. This tag says 12 to 14 tall, 14 to 16 wide, and it wants full sun. But I don't know if this is what it is, because it's like not even, it's doesn't have yellow like that on it. So your guess is as good as mine. I could probably look up and see if I can find one on the World Wide Web that's similar, but I didn't. And then I have two different types of sedum, and as a reminder, these, when they're in the ground in years to come, will be large, but they're not going to do that this year. So this smaller one, it is called Brilliant Sedum, and it has like a rosy, reddish, pinkish bloom. And this one is a zone 4, 12 high, 24 wide. So yeah. And then, you know, once these come out of the containers, they can go in the ground, but we'll see. I don't know if I'll do that this fall or if I'll wait till spring. I don't know. And then the other one I got, it's kind of hard to beat this one. This is the Autumn Joy. This one is just like a really good large sedum, and it has like a pink, like a faded pink bloom. And these are hardy down to zone 3, and they get 18 to 24 high and 18 to 24 wide. And all sedums want full sun, and they don't want a lot of water. And I'm very excited about this mixture. Don't you think that mixture looks good? I do. There's like different structures of blooms. So like this one's very ferny, and this, it's like fluffy and strappy and obviously red. And then the greens are different. Like this is a very like medium to light green, and this one down here is like a darker green. And then you have the bolder structure of the sedums. So I think it's going to look great. So what we're going to do is throw some gloves on, because like I said, I've seen several mini spiders in these containers. We're just going to rip the plants out, and I'm not going to like take a bunch of soil out. When I pull the plants out, it'll probably take some of the soil out, and then the soil over time compresses in the planter. So I have a couple bags of soil that I'll probably just top things off with. Now, I might be like selectively put biotone into the holes of the plants, but I'll have to make sure that the sedum does not get any, because it does not want overly fertile soil. Sorry, there was a bumblebee. So yeah, it doesn't want overly fertile soil. So I just have to make sure that I don't like put too many nutrients in these containers. And the plants that I'm putting in here are not going to be living in here for years. It might even just be a season. So they're not going to be like using all of that food. And they also were going into fall, so the temps are getting colder, so they'll be less productive. But I'm excited to see the change. So let's just get to it. Also, with the geraniums, you could propagate them and like overwinter them. But I started, what did I start? 70 or 80 geraniums in my greenhouse this like past winter into spring to use in my garden this year. And I just like doing that, and I'll probably do that again this coming year. So I just don't find the need to overwinter these. Starting seeds gives me something to do. So, but you could save these if you wanted to. This looks so much better now that it doesn't have the like petunia stains on it. So much better. And I found quite the number of spiders in there, so yikes. If you guys were wondering what color this is the same color that I have on my greenhouse door, and it's called Black Magic from Bear. And I really like it because it's not just a straight black. It's kind of like a black with gray, and like there's a brown undertone to it. So I just think that it is a really nice color. Yeah, and I would highly suggest it. And I make sure that I get an exterior paint, obviously, because who wants to spend money on something and then have to fix it like that same season or whatever. So there you go. My greenhouse door, some of the planters out by the greenhouse, the bistro set directly behind on my back patio, all of that is the Black Magic color, which is very fitting for the time of year that we're going to go into. And maybe I just like that color because of the name, because Halloween is my favorite holiday, so that's probably what it is. Okay, I'm happy with how clean these came out. and they're still holding up pretty well. My uncle made these, and I lined the inside with thick plastic, like a trash bag, just to help protect the wood. There are holes on the bottom for it to drain out, but I think that is going to help these last longer. So now I'm going to fill them up with soil, and we get to place the plants. And I'll talk you through the placement before we actually plant these. Yeah, I'm short one sedum, so I'm probably just gonna have to add it soon. Let me show you why I think that. So I miscalculated the sedums because I did 3 coreopsis in here, and then obviously I need 3 sedums, or else this spot won't have a sedum in between. So I'm just going to plant it like this and leave this spot open so that I can add another sedum. Life goes on. I think it's because when I did the urn planters, I don't think I really planned to get put a sedum in there. I was going to do just heucheras around the bottom, but I didn't get enough of those. So it ended up just spiraling, but I think they look good for now, and that's all that matters. And it's no big deal picking up 2 sedum plants and plopping them in, because I think at Lowe's they were 2 for $10, so 5 a piece, which is not bad. So I'll just do that later. So obviously it's the same with this one. If I would have thought about it more than what I did yesterday, or when I got these, I think that it would have been nice to do 4 of each, because then I could do like the coreopsis on the corners, and then I could do sedums on the cross pieces. But once these go, like, because this ball is going to drop down, so it's going to fill up this space more. So truthfully and honestly, you could just put this arborvitae in here and it would be enough. It's just I want some color right now, so that's why I'm shoving plants in here. But it's looking good, and I'm going to just get them planted. I love how these look. They look so good. Now, they'll look better when the one sedum in each box is put in there, but for now, they just look great. It gives you like we're heading into fall, but not mum fall yet, if you know what I mean. So let me just show you some close-ups because I really like it. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. It looks so great. And here's the missing one on this side. And this one is in a little bit more shade, so I feel like it's a little bit easier to see. Oh, I love it. I ended up putting, so it matches. They, like, both of them match. So the Autumn Joy sedum is on the inside right here, and it's also in the same spot over there. And then the Brilliant sedum is in the front, and it's in the front on that side as well. And then the Coreopsis are in the same places. So then the only ones, or the areas that's missing a sedum is on this back side, and then on that back side facing the door. So it's not too bad right now. Oh, I'm ready. That makes me so ready to plant fall stuff, but I'm still gonna hold out for a little bit on like fall stuff, but I am heading that way. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching. I really enjoy doing container gardening. It's I think my favorite type of gardening, and perennials and perennial container gardening is what I usually end up going for. I don't know. It just speaks to me. I love it. I love making combinations, and they're not permanent. So like, you don't have to fuss over it, and it can just be changed later on down the line. But I really like this. So anyway, again, thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon. Keep learning and keep growing.